Starting a business is not a dream, it's a survival game. You think a good idea is enough? Reality is far harsher. Thousands of startups fail before they even reach the market, not because of lack of passion, but because they lack survival strategy. The real challenge isn't having $1 million idea, it's turning that idea into actual money. If you dream without preparation, the market will wake you up, and it won't be gentle. This is not a playground for the faint of heart. This is a warning and a challenge. Are you capable of continuing? The 10 survival methods below are your compass, not just to endure, but to rise on a brutal battlefield. Method 1. Ensure a minimum 50% gross margin. This isn't advice, it's a survival mandate. Low margins are suicidal. If you're making only a few percent per order, you're working for free. Every day, you're sacrificing time, energy, and money for a net loss. A real startup makes money even in the early stage. Set 50% gross margin as your red line. Below that, you're in the danger zone. No exceptions. Why 50%? Because it's the threshold that lets you survive. It enables reinvestment, corrections, and retesting. When you earn half from each transaction, you're in control. At 10% or 20%, one mistake could bankrupt you. High margins are a launch pad. They create breathing room, momentum, and most importantly, freedom. Freedom to decide without kneeling before investors. Make money first, then dream big. A strong margin is a promise to yourself that you deserve compensation for the value you create. It affirms the market is willing to pay for your solution. More than that, it fuels the fire of entrepreneurship through times when no one believes in you. A profitable product means you don't wait for validation. You control the growth pace, not outside capital. A smart strategy is to start small but profitable, then scale with control. When every sale brings in clear profit, you can afford to hire, market, and optimize without collapsing. This is how to build a foundation for sustainable growth. Don't sacrifice profit for fake speed. A good startup is a real business with revenue, profit, and a future. Start at 50% and you've already won half the battle. Method 2. Fast and effective customer access. A startup without customers is a dead startup. Things only begin to matter when real money hits the bank. Rule: generate revenue within the first 30 days. No promises, no assumptions, no waiting to optimize before selling. If you can't sell what you made or find someone who wants it, you don't have a business model, just a fantasy. Early sales are proof you're on the right track. A simple but vital question: where are your customers and how do you reach them? If you can't answer that in 10 seconds, you're lost. Customer access is the truest test of market fit. If it takes 6 months and $50,000 to get one buyer, your product doesn't fit. Successful startups know their audience, know where they gather, and know how to convert attention into cash. Fast access means you can test your business model in the real world with real data and feedback. You'll learn what works and what doesn't in the shortest time possible. This determines whether you spend $10,000 over 6 months or just 10 days to pivot. You need a clear, small-scale, measurable customer outreach path. Success doesn't come from theory, but from turning product into cash as soon as possible. Excuses like, "We need more time," "customers aren't ready," or "we need to go viral first" are red flags. A startup cannot survive on hope, it survives on cash. Find the most efficient, simplest, lowest cost channel to test purchasing behavior. Don't build castles in the desert, sell water in the marketplace. If you can't find customers, revisit the whole idea. Customer access speed is your business's heartbeat. Method 3. Ability to build core technology. Starting up without control over core tech is like building on borrowed land. You're putting your company's fate in the hands of outsiders who lack passion or mission. If you can't build it yourself, you need a co-founder who can. On your team, long-term committed. No outsourcing, no gambling your future on freelancers. Tech is the backbone. Without it, you can't pivot, react, or lead. Building a product isn't just technical, it's power. It decides whether you own your destiny or are pushed by the market. If it takes 6 months just to get a demo because of contractors, you've lost already. A flexible startup needs a team that understands the product at its core. They don't just write code, they write the future. Ask yourself, can we build this, and can we build it fast? If not, redirect. The right strategy: Only build what's within your technical control. Don't touch what you can't understand or operate. It's okay to start small and simple, as long as you own it. The bigger the dream, the stronger the foundation required. Tech isn't for show. It's for deployment, iteration, and optimization. A startup is only strong when founders can turn ideas into product. No excuses, no delays, no dependencies. Method 4. The product must generate revenue from day one. A startup is not a lab. It's a real business with a single mission. Create value and convert it into money. If you're not earning from your product, you're running an idea, not a company. Everything should be measured by cash flow. A good product is one customers pay for immediately. No explanation, no discounts, no vague promises. The product must be profitable. Right now, from the first customer. Don't fall into the trap of waiting to scale before making money. That's a dangerous excuse. You don't have infinite resources. You can't burn year after year hoping for eventual cash flow. Design your business model with profit built in from day one. No exceptions. Revenue is the real indicator of product market fit. If customers won't pay, you haven't solved the right problem. A startup that earns early gains freedom in all decisions. You can choose your customers, adjust pricing, and expand products without investor pressure or burn anxiety. Self-sustaining revenue gives you time to grow until you're ready to break out. Only then should you consider raising capital, and on your own terms. Without a profit model, you'll always be borrowing, begging, and losing control. Remember, revenue is not just a number. It's proof you're on the right track. It energizes your team, validates your product, and sends a clear message to the market. Products don't survive on views, likes, or praise. They survive on orders. Every lasting startup needs a commercial mindset from the beginning. Write your profit model before writing your code. Money is the truest signal of real value. Method 5. Limit all experiments to 2 weeks. Time is the scarcest asset of a startup. Every delay is a step closer to failure. Every experiment, product, marketing, hiring, must deliver initial results within 2 weeks. This is the guardrail to avoid wasting months on fruitless efforts. 2 weeks is enough to get a signal. Continue or stop. This rule saves money and builds a mindset of speed, discipline, and fast learning from real feedback. If an idea brings no results in 14 days, shut it down and try something else. No excuses, no emotional attachment. A startup must pivot flexibly, not cling to failed tests. 2 weeks isn't enough for success, but it's enough to spot failure. By applying this limit, you build a company that learns and adapts. Success comes not from blind patience, but from decisive action, rapid validation, and constant iteration. Method 6. Build a professional sales process. Sales is not improvisation. It's a process. You can't throw a rep into the field and hope they have a knack for closing deals. A startup cannot rely on exceptional individuals. It must build systems where average people can succeed. Every call, email, and response must be standardized, recorded, and continuously optimized. A solid sales process drives revenue, enables training, scaling, and performance control. Start with a proven sales script, then train, test, and get feedback continuously. A successful sales team knows exactly what to say, when, and why. Create a script library, mock videos and simulations, and drill like the military. Startups don't need sales heroes. They need a system that delivers results predictably. With the process, you don't rely on talent. You own a replicable formula. Don't mistake speed for haste. A good sales system helps you move faster, not by rushing, but by knowing exactly what to do. When every team member follows an optimized routine, you can measure, adjust, and boost efficiency instantly. Sales isn't magic, it's a technique. And like any technique, it can be taught, learned, and mastered. Successful startups turn sales from art into measurable science. Method 7. Succeed with 2 salespeople before hiring a leader. Don't hire a sales leader unless you've succeeded with at least 2 reps. If you haven't helped salespeople achieve real results, you have nothing to pass on. A good leader must inherit a proven system, not invent one from scratch. Skip the foundation, and you're placing your entire sales engine on someone who doesn't understand the terrain. Initial success must come from you, or from a system you've personally built and validated. Hiring a leader too early is not just costly, it's dangerous. A wrong hire at the management level can delay your startup 6 months, drain your budget and disrupt your culture. Instead, invest time in training, close deals with your first reps, optimize each step together. When both can replicate success, then you have a model. Only then bring in a leader to scale, not to search for direction. Great leadership only thrives when the system is ready. Method 8. Make breakthrough moves. 10x thinking. Startups have no room for timid steps. Growing 10% or 20% might keep you alive, but won't help you break through. You need a 10x mindset. How can we grow revenue 10 times in the next 3 months? This question forces bold thinking, strategic action, and the hunt for real leverage. Don't stay stuck in the comfort zone. A 10x leap isn't about doing more. It's about doing what makes the biggest impact. Set big goals, and you'll grow to match them. The 10x strategy starts with viewing your whole system through a breakthrough lens. What's holding you back? Outdated channels? Underpricing? Wrong customer targets? Deconstruct each element, find bottlenecks, and pivot. One timely shift, redefining your market, switching revenue models, adopting automation, can unlock explosive growth. Startups don't have scale advantages, but they do have speed in decision-making and a high tolerance for risk to chase big results. 10x thinking isn't fantasy, it's discipline. You must break down the goal to increase revenue 10x. How many customers do you need? How much does each bring? And how many conversion channels are required? Everything must reduce to numbers, not instincts. Then build a concrete action plan. Fast-growing companies don't get lucky. They break growth down into measurable, repeatable steps and keep iterating until breakthroughs happen. Most startup actions will fail, and that's okay. But you only need one big move to ignite a breakthrough. That move must be big enough to compensate for every failed attempt. That's the core of 10x. Go big, learn fast, and stay aligned to a clear strategy. When you act believing explosive growth is possible, you begin to see paths no one else does. Courage, decisiveness, and resolve are the foundation of every leap forward. Method 9. Read and exercise every day. There is no weapon more powerful than knowledge and health. Every hour spent reading is a leap in mindset. Reading gives you access to lessons, failures, and strategies others took a lifetime to acquire. Meanwhile, physical training keeps your body resilient under pressure. A founder leads not just with ideas, but with energy and clarity. Commit to 1 hour of reading and 30 minutes of exercise daily. This is not a hobby. This is a survival strategy. No one can make major decisions with a fatigued body and foggy mind. A sharp brain needs a strong body. Use workout time to absorb books via audiobooks. Optimize time. Upgrade fully. Consistent daily reading accumulates into a different level of intellect. After 1 year, you'll no longer be the same person. Reading and exercise are not personal habits. They are your sharpest competitive weapons in the startup world. Method 10. Grow through profit, fundraise smartly. Don't build a company to raise money. Build it to generate profit. Profit is proof of efficiency, negotiation power, and the foundation of freedom. A startup that makes money early avoids dependence and doesn't trade vision for short-term cash. Fundraising isn't wrong, but doing it before proving a profitable model is suicide. Use customer money to scale, not investor money to cover losses. Real growth starts with sustainable cash flow. If you must raise capital, be smart. Raise little, at the right time, and keep control. Never give anyone a seat at the decision table if they haven't sweated with you. Many startups lose their company to investors simply by fundraising too early or too much. Set a fundraising cap of $5 million, only when your model already shows profits. Entrepreneurship is the founder's journey. You bleed, you build, so you must have the final say. Must a startup always be profitable before raising funds? Is speed the enemy of quality? Does sustainable growth contradict 10x breakthroughs? When a founder works 90 hours a week, is it passion or dependence? Does freedom truly exist when a company constantly needs outside cash flow? There are no absolute formulas, only principles proven through battle. No one is coming to save you. Only your choices, every single day, determine success or failure. Startup is war. Either you lead or you're replaced. Thank you for watching the whole video. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.